So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
Borussia Dortmund have gone with what looks like 3-6-1, Jim Beglin. What do you think?
Well, I can only suppose that the plan is to play on the counter-attack, Peter, to lure the opposition up the field and look to spring a surprise. There isn't much point in keeping your wing-backs deep if up against only one striker. So deception would appear to be the theme with this system, and I think they've got a good chance of making it work as long as everybody is committed on the counter.
So it's away we go then. Girassi. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmanedembélé to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go to fulfill all of that potential.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Anton did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Gets into some space. Chance! João Neves. Vitinha. A probing pass. Doué providing an outlet on that flank. Dembele. Chance for a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Nuno Mendes. Oh, it's Dembele.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Back into the middle. Cross from Fabian Ruiz. And they've been given a corner. They've played it short. João Neves. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Dembele. Nemecha charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Gross. João Neves. Kvaratskhelia. Threads one in. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's on it, can he get away? Brandt! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Brandt has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Dembele delivering the goods as expected.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his...
It's Dembele!
There will be 1 minute added time.
We are into stoppage time. Brandt. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Please welcome our players, everyone.
So off we go once more.
Borussia Dortmund can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Adeyemi. Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. Brandt shifted it to the flank. Well, that looks a decent ball. Brandt gets into a good position. Gross is onto this. Borussia Dortmund still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Played into space. He's in plenty of space here. Defending of chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
The attendance for this match was 60,300.
Good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Doué. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Shoots! They've done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substitution.
Paris Saint-Germain are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Bensebaini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gross. Nemecha. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lee Kang-in proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And he's managed to get free.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Gerassi.
Borussia Dortmund really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Nuno Mendes, and it's Neves. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Good running, strong and purposeful. João Neves.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Barcola. João Neves in acres of space out wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
Home on public transportation today.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.